Hi and welcome to my studio. This is Jim with Sketching with Jim, and for today's sketch I thought I'd do something a little different using a line and wash technique rather than the line and watercolor or just pen line. I thought this turned out quite nice. I kind of like the effect that you can get with just a monotone drawing. I'm making this sketch with my Pilot Metropolitan fountain pen, and without using any kind of a pencil underlayment or pre-sketch. I find this is kind of an interesting way of doing it. Tends to make for me the sketch a little bit more sketchy than if I was to do a pencil underlayment and then do exact lines using that. What I do is usually pick one part of the subject, in this case the large rear wheel, draw that first and then do everything else compared to that placement and size. Now obviously I haven't got things exactly right. Maybe the distance between the back wheel and the front wheel is not quite right proportions, but in a small sketch, say you're out in the field and just doing a fast sketch for enjoyment, it doesn't really matter to get the proportions perfect, as long as you're happy with the sketch afterwards. So you can see sometimes I come in with more than one line just to correct the direction or the slope of a certain line. And sometimes it's a continuous line kind of drawing. A very light touch to the page with my pen, and the ink just flows off without having to worry about too much pressure. I guess if you were to take a colored photograph and change it to black and white in your software editing program, it would be handy if you're doing a black and white sketch like this. Then you can just concentrate on the different shades, the different levels of light and dark. Because I'm going in with the ink wash afterwards, I don't do any hatching with the pen, leaving that to the wash to create shadow and the different shades. And I kind of give a very vague idea of what's going on in the background, making sure the lines stay nice and wiggly and to give that kind of a tree effect. And the grass is only kind of indicated by the odd line here and there. Keeping it simple. There's quite a bit of detail in the actual tractor, which is the main subject. So to make other things detailed as well, I think it would take away from the main subject. And then I darken up a few of the lines just to make the tractor stand out a bit more. This is a fine nib I have in my pen. I've enjoyed the Metropolitan so far. I bought it initially for just writing. Thought I'd give it a try for drawing. Anyway, you can see the little tub or the little dish I have the watered down ink in, and I just dip my number 6 watercolor brush into that. I keep a piece of paper to mop up some of the ink on the brush when I want a lighter application. Looking at the picture, I just shading in the areas that are shadowed mostly. And there's a nice cast shadow underneath the tractor as well on the field. This doesn't have to be really detailed, just to give, just to ground the tractor. Give it somewhere to live. And the same with the background. Just get the dark of the trees in. The ink does blend a little bit with itself, but you can't be too slow doing this process, as the multimedia paper kind of soaks up the ink and then just keeps it where it is. You notice as less ink was on my brush there, I did almost kind of a dry brush effect with the side of the brush at the top. I thought that worked fairly well. Now once I've done the first layer, I can apply more ink and add it to the ink that's already there. It'll make a darker shade. So this is mainly an observation thing. You just look at the picture and see where the darkest areas are, and then that's where you want to put some more ink. Bring up the contrast. find this is a good way to learn about contrast as well. And the levels of darkness and lightness in your picture. Something I need to work on with my watercolor to get the nice contrast. This number 6 brush with the nice fine point is good for doing the small details and the larger areas. So I just used the one brush for this small 3 by 5 inch drawing. A little bit more of dry brush down the bottom to give the indication that it is dirt, gravel, or mud or whatever. And then I added some birds. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this kind of a change, and if you want to give that a try, it's a different way of approaching a pen drawing, and it's kind of fun, and I enjoy the way it came out. Take care, and we'll see you again.